So what's up, everybody? Saturday night, Philippines, Bao, Cordoba. Just put the kid to bed and hanging out, having a grand old time. Actually, I'm really bored, so I didn't know what to do. So I just decided, well, maybe I can come on live here and get some entertainment from some people. You guys entertain me. And anyway, so yeah, today I met. Well, I've known her for a little bit, but there's a fruit lady in the. She sells fruit, she sells fish. A really friendly lady, and went over and profiled one of her apartments. That was kind of fun, and it's funny. A lot of people aren't making it to the end of the video because I looked at the analytics, but when you get to the end of the video, she kind of cracks me up a little bit with talking about how she talked to some foreigners on um, dating sites, and what they were asking of her was pretty hilarious. So that was a good part of the video that people aren't really seeing. But if you watch it till the end, or just fast forward it to you, um, you might get a kick out of it. So check that part out. But anyway, so um, I have some good plans in the mix, in the works. Next couple of months, I'm going to be really busy working on getting my 13A visa. Um, there's a lot of requirements you have to do, a lot of document chasing you have to do, and I'm not looking forward to doing all that because things move kind of slow here when you're trying to get documents. I mean, we've been working on getting our kid's birth certificate for over a year, and we still don't have it. So I'm going to be going through all that kind of stuff with my personal part about it. But that's important because with that I can own a business, and um, and so there opens up a lot of more prospects to me. Hi, Jonathan. No, there are two other people besides you viewing, but I just came on, so hopefully we get a lot more people. Hi, Luke. Now we have 4. So, anyways, so where are you guys at? I'm in the Philippines, and just Saturday night, and I'm a married dude, so I'm home, and we're just hanging out, and my wife's over there on the couch looking at me like I'm crazy as usual, and trying to roll out this YouTube. So it's rainy season here in the Philippines, so the weather's been kind of cooler, a lot of rain, but I dig it. What's up, Connie Poo? I dig it, So I'm liking the cooler weather when it rains. It's always nicer for me, anyways. Um, so yeah. So I don't really have a topic of discussion here. It's free for all. When you're more popular, then things get a little busier, and you kind of need a topic to stay on track. But it's just open topic, and you guys will direct, whatever, and I'll just respond to your comments, or maybe your comments will put us on a subject. But yeah, I'm still in Cordoba. Haven't moved. Been living in this apartment here for over a year, and we lived in the other apartment over back in the field there for a year. So we've been here in Cordoba 2+ years. And yeah, I know. When I got my channel hacked, that was a huge blow, and people were telling me, because I got vlogger friends, and a lot of people, they've been following me and stuff. They're contacting me and saying, just start over. I exhausted all my efforts trying to get my old channel back, and I just couldn't get it. So, um, you know, not much to do here. So I didn't really want to rebuild, but I thought, well, I'll give it a shot and see if I can't, get it back, because being monetized and getting that extra money was not a lot of money, but it's all free money. So any money helps, right? So yeah, so that was the lag between I just couldn't pull the trigger on just starting over because it sucks, man. I mean, like I'll post a video and I'll get 30 views and no comments and so it's kind of disheartening in that sense. But I'm plugging away and I'm um, still plugging away and hoping that I can get up to where I used to be and hopefully maybe even better. Um, no, it wasn't like that. It was more involved. I went to Manila for a passport issue and I had to get my stamp put in, and they got my phones. I got robbed, and they got my phones, and they subsequently drained my PNB bank account our local bank account that we'd put our, kind of our, all of our YouTube earnings, and I was sponsored from, I had a sponsorship, and so every month they would pay me, and they would put it into my PNB direct deposit. So, and we didn't even ever touch it. So, um, they ended up changing all my passwords, and they drained my bank accounts and got into my Facebook and everything. And YouTube was no help at all. They didn't help me in the slightest. It's all just artificial intelligence. Hi, egg. Hello, egg. Um, it's all artificial intelligence, and nobody to talk to, nobody to help me out, which sucks because when you're monetized, you have to go through all this verification stuff. They verify your address. You send them your ID. You do all these things to verify that you are you. But then if you have an issue with your channel where it's compromised, there's no way for you to use those methods to verify you. But they'll verify you that way, when you're trying to pay them, and um, yeah. So, well, I just explained how my channel got hacked. I got robbed, and they got both of my cell phones that had all my information on it. They were able to go in and they changed all the passwords. I'm just waiting for them to use the channel, which they haven't. I don't pay attention that much, but there hasn't been any new posts on it. But I can't get to it at all. Well, that would be great if I had 110K, but no, I was hovering right around 4K, and I was nowhere near that. But yeah, so that's a bummer. But I'm you know I'm still going for it. Well, thanks, Egg. I hope so too. But we'll see. We'll see. How it goes. I'm not like super duper Mr. YouTuber, so I don't have like flashy content or anything. I just profile on the local life um, and oh, and somebody asked, how they did that. I'm gonna make a video about it, but I don't. I have footage of after the fact in the area that I was in where I got robbed, and there were some really great people that helped me out. But if I post it right now, it just won't get the views. So I'm just debating, trying to find the right time where I could get the best traction from it for my channel. So no, without giving too much away, because I do intend to make a video about it. They snatched my bag, and my bag had a lot of money in it because I was up there, to pay a big bill through immigration. And so I had all that cash on me, and I had my phones, and fortunately I didn't have my ID in there. But the important thing was um, the unfortunate thing was my phones, and I didn't have the security measures that I should have had on my phones or in my apps to stop them from doing it, because they literally um, they literally just had everything at their disposal. I made it easy for them. I made it way too easy for them, and I've learned my lesson. I'm more secure now. I've got triple, double verification on Google and all of everything. I went doing all that was a pain in the butt too, re-verify myself and everything. But I just couldn't get it back on YouTube. I got my Facebook back. I couldn't get my Instagram back. Yeah, I was stupid, man. I didn't have anything because my wife and I, we share phones, and um, I used to have a pass key into it, and it even had a fingerprint on it. Um, but I removed all that so she could just pick up my phone and use it, and it was stupid, stupid. Don't recommend it. Terrible way to learn your lesson, but I learned it big time. So yeah. So it was a bummer, man. It was a big bummer, and a lot of stuff happened. I will post a video about that eventually. Um, I guess I'm just waiting for till I get more subscribers, and so that it'll at least get some views or something. Because when I have more subscribers, then more people will comment, and when more people comment, more people like and engage, then YouTube kicks it up. And you get more views from it, and I don't know. I mean, there's a chance, like somebody said earlier, that it's a unique story, and it might get views just in and of itself. But what I find is YouTube doesn't really kick the small guy up into the algorithm, you know, at all. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should just do do it now. Why don't I do a collab with? Well, first it says, when did you arrive in the Philippines? This time I arrived about 2.5 years ago. Just as soon as the pandemic restrictions were lifted, I hopped on a plane and I came here. Um, and why not do a collab with the bigger channel? See, that's the thing, man. Uh, Bigger channels don't really find much interest in you unless they think that their channel will grow from your presence. So if you have, a lot of subscribers, then they're more prone to contact you and say, "Hey, you want to come on my channel?" And so it's kind of like you help them out, and I in turn get help, or the other channel gets help too. It's like scratch my back and I'll scratch yours kind of thing. Which sucks because I'm friends with Sunshine Shoulders, and I'm friends with Q Adventures, and they're big channels, but you know, I don't know. Not a lot of people really in this area that are big for me to like collab with, but Q Adventures is near me, and we're on good speaking terms, and I could pretty much call him a friend, but he's super busy, and he's um, not really focusing on his YouTube right now because he's got businesses, and they're keeping him super duper busy. So yeah, I have no choice but to keep it under that right now. Um, Even less than that. We're making a little bit of money here and there, and it's pretty tough, but I have prospects. So I'm getting this 13A, and I'm going to go into business with another guy, and that's all going to be content too. Don't want to say too much about it because it's all in the works. But the key is just to get the 13A. That way, I'm legal to work and do whatever I want to do. So, and that will make a lot of interesting content. So, I have maybe 2 more months before all that starts to roll. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll make my life a lot easier, and it'll cure a lot of the boredom because being here as long as I've been here, it gets pretty boring. It's really hard to kind of make friends with the locals, like my video I made recently. Um, so you don't have that social outlet, and your mind, you're just sitting around, and your mind is just stewing, which was another reason why I wanted to start this other YouTube channel because I just this is a good outlet, for me. It gives me the ability to like engage people and pass the time and have a video to make and do that and then do the stupid edits and stuff so YouTube for me is a good outlet. But as I traverse through this process, and when I complete it, things are going to be significantly better for me financially, and keep me busy. Idle minds is not good. And once I get some fish in the fryer, then it'll just keep me a lot more busy and a lot more stimulated. So I'm looking forward to doing that for sure. But it's going to take a couple of months, and it's going to be a tough couple of months. But because the whole process is lengthy, and I'm going to be spending money on that, which is money I don't normally spend. But once I get through it, everything's going to change, and I'll be making pretty decent money. So a lot more money than the figure that you put on there. So looking forward to that. But I just got to bide my time and be patient until I get there. But I'll get there, and you know. But in the meantime, it's gonna kind of be a drag. So that's what you do, right? But I get a lot of criticism still. I went on somebody's live stream the other day and did a couple live streams, anyways, and everybody criticizes me for my lifestyle, and they're always referring to my family as I'm cheating them out of things, and uh, that's kind of a drag, to hear. But it's on the same token, I think it's a reflection back on them. I love my situation that I have. Of course, I would love it if I could, have a bit more creature comforts, um, and have some wiggle room with my finances and stuff. But I'm soon to have that, so that's encouraging, and that should be good, and it'll be good content. Um, and I expect that I will get back up to monetization fairly soon, and that'll be also good, good income too. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, 13. I haven't been to a doctor in like 25 years, and I got to go through like a whole physical and X-rays and blood tests and all this crap to get that visa. But and they'll probably tell me, hey, you got heart problems, and you're gonna die in 5 years. I have no idea. That's why I don't go to doctors. But for sure, it's gonna be, that's the part I dread the most is having to go to the doctor. But all that stuff's gonna cost money, so um, I, I'll get through it and be better, after the fact. So it should be good. It's gonna take time, but yeah, I've been debating actually doing the robbery video um, soon. My wife is telling me I should just do it, but I don't know. we'll see. I'll try to generate some content, in the meantime, and maybe I'll kick that video out here in the next couple weeks or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Not sure. But oh, did I experience Typhoon Christine? Uh, no, I didn't. I didn't experience it. We've had a lot of weather warnings lately, so it's pretty stormy out there somewhere in the Philippines, and we're getting kind of the residuals of it. But it um, hasn't been any kind of big, huge stuff. Last year, man, there was thunderstorms this time of year all the time, and now we're over here, and there haven't been any big thunderstorms. So the weather is, in comparison to last year, has been much tamer. Um, but ebbs and flows. That's the Philippines, and you're gonna get a lot of rain, and you're gonna get a lot of sunshine. It's one or the other. But we're coming out of the rainy season here, and pretty soon it's just gonna be hot, hot, hot. Which, even when it's the rainy season, it's still super duper hot. So, yeah. So that's what's up. That's what's going on with my current kind of trajectory, and hopefully, you know, I just wait for that that next thing to happen. What else can you do? So like today, you got to kind of just go with the flow. Like I was just going down to buy some bananas, and there's that lady, and she's like, "Hey, you want to go to my apartment and make a video?" And I'm like, okay, you know. So you just got to go with the flow and be open to spontaneity, and don't hold back. If you're not putting yourself out there, how you gonna get any kind of content? So got to put myself out there a little bit more, but it's hard because I like to be kind of there for my kid, and I always want to like engage him and not waste time, not waste moments, so that he can grow and advance, physically, mentally, and so that actually keeps me, from going out and during the days lots of times, because I don't want to leave him, hanging. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more trolls. If I can get more trolls on my channel, those guys always drop comments, and then hopefully they'll start arguing, and then when they start arguing, then the video gets kicked up in the algorithm, because YouTube thinks people are commenting, that it must be interesting, and so they promote it more. So any of you trolls out there, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to engage me and say bad things about me. It's fantastic. Really, it's helpful. For real. Do it. My wife thinks I'm crazy for saying that, I guess, because she's looking at me like I'm crazy, but for real, it's helpful. Yeah, sure.
There's no people?
There's 7 people in here, which is better than normal. Like the other day when I had like 2 people in here. So 7's better than nothing. Yeah. But it got silent. People were making comments, and now they're not. Now there's only 4 people. Yeah. dead air. I haven't said anything for like 30 seconds. That's not good content. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But you know, to me, it's all it's. Although, and my wife can attest to this, I've been pretty moody lately and unhappy with the downtime and been super duper bored. Um, but what are you gonna do about it? That's the situation that you're in, and yeah, so that's why the YouTube is good. It gives me something to do, something to do. Maybe I can get it back. But yeah, I mean, this comment's lingering here on the price about the month, and I wouldn't say that our expenses have increased. If anything, I've just learned how to even more how to stretch it uh, because I have to, right? The kid, um, you know, of course, we have to keep him stocked up on his fruits and make sure he's got his proteins and whatnot. But I mean, I know how and where to source all that stuff for the best prices around. I still get the skin tax, from people when I buy. Um, there's no way around it. The other day, I was on a tricycle and I got on the tricycle with this other student, Filipino kid, and we got on the same spot and we got off at the same spot. And the kid pulled out 20 pesos and paid the guy 20 pesos. And then I was blocked. I had to wait for the kid to get off. And then I went to give him my 20 pesos, and the guy's like 200. And I was shocked. I'm like, I said to him, bro, we got on the same spot and we're getting off at the same spot. He paid you 20. I'm paying you 20. No, 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 no. And the next thing you know, he was like, getting really, really froggy about it. And I ended up giving him 50 because it seemed like the dude was gonna like sock me or something. But it's always gonna happen here, no matter what. So I can't say I'm I'm to the point where that I don't get the skin tax because I definitely do. Not from people that know me and recognize me, and I've been going to for 2.5 years. They're all super fair. But if it's somebody that doesn't know me and they just think I'm some sucker foreigner, they're gonna throw the double, triple charge on me, regardless, just because they don't realize, that I live here, that I know things. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You know, nothing you can do about it. Yeah. I got, and I do have like a few trolls who just specifically watch my stuff just to critique me and tell me, how what a loser I am. I already got that going. But to me, it's just a shame that people, use all of these things as measuring sticks as to what success is. You know, it. I've had success. I've done things that and worked in good jobs and done all those things and of course you know it's like old Calvin said today on one of his videos. I think it was today. He made his own hell in America, and of course that's poignant because that's what we do, right? So I could have potentially made that my situation in the States a heaven, but I didn't. For whatever circumstances, I didn't. And now that I'm here, there's a lot of heavenly things in my life that I didn't have in the States, you know. Um, I'm older now, and so raising a kid is I guess easier in a sense because I've already done it, and I know what I did wrong the first time, and I want to improve upon that, and I want to make his life better. And to me, you know, he's a joy, even though you know he's a stinker a lot of times, and he does things that constantly, you know, doing things that you know are like just stop. But he's a kid, right? So you know, you go through that kind of stuff, but ultimately it's a blessing, and I don't feel like I've been this enriched or blessed, you know, in a lot of years, or in any kind of years. And so, you know, maybe I don't make as much as so and so or this guy or that guy, but I still can say I don't really feel shortchanged. Although a lot of things that I've been saying lately is I wanna change it, and I wanna make more money. So I'm figuring out ways that I can do that here. Um, and hopefully make more money than I would have ever made in the States. So we'll see. But of course, that's going to be a process too. But I've got plans, and I've got ideas, and I'm definitely, you know, shooting for those. So um, that will be an improvement. So that's what I'm going for. So we'll see. We shall see. So this is pretty dead up in here. We got nobody on now. Saying one person. I don't know. You know, this can be watched after I'm done. And so if I'm just sitting here staring at the camera and doing nothing, then nobody would really want to watch that. So unless people pop on here, I'm probably going to sign off. Because I don't really know what to say to myself. You know. Yeah. Anyway, so if you are out there watching and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider liking, subscribing, watching videos, making comments, doing all those things that people always beg you to do. I'm not exempt from asking you the same, so you know, subscribe to my channel and check out my videos. I post lots of content like, you know, local stuff. Profiling, you know, like prices and things like that for people, you know, who might potentially be coming to here to move, things like that. So if that resonates with you, hit the subscribe button and follow along. So, and you know, up and coming stuff is going to be showing people a lot more about how you can navigate through the Philippines on a shoestring budget, but hopefully grow that into something that you know creates more success. So that's what I'm working on, and I think that it'll be good content, a unique content. So stay tuned for that. So subscribe to my channel. Stick with me for a couple months, and things might start to rock and roll here, and you'll find more interest in it. So thanks everybody, and everybody have a blessed day.